Hey everybody, this is Caleb with Common Motor, and today we're going to talk about our chain breaker chain press tool. Now the chain breaker tool is one of those tools that can do a ton of different things. The attachments that come with it can be used to shorten drive chain, rivet an endless drive chain, stake in pins, shorten cam chain, and install both rivet style and press style cam chain master links. It's also worth pointing out the one thing that our tool and any other chain breaker chain press tool cannot do. You cannot use a chain breaker chain press tool to add links back to a chain. Both drive chain and cam chains can always have links removed from them, but they can never have links added back onto them. So make sure to count your links twice before you break the drive chain. Our tool looks very familiar to most chain breaker tools you'll see out there on the market, but we have made a few improvements that make using the tool quite a bit easier. First, we've improved the threads on it. Similar tools out there have sloppy, loose threads that tear themselves apart when you actually go to use the tool. Pressing chain links requires a lot of force, so the threads on our tools have tight tolerances that allow them to operate smooth and keep the tool in great shape for a long time. Second, our anvils lock into the lower half. It's far too common for an anvil to fall out of place while trying to position the tool to do what you need, especially at that last moment when you're hanging out over the engine trying to install your cam chain master link. Our anvils friction fit to stay put while you're using the tool so they don't fall into the engine. Third, press pins are a rare item on a tool like this. If you bend a press pin or the ends of it begin to mushroom out, we have replacements available for each size of the press pin used in this tool, so you can swap those out and keep on using the tool for longer. Now that you know about our chain breaker tool, here's how to set it up for specific jobs you might find yourself doing on your vintage Honda motorcycle or any other motorcycle. To set up your chain press tool to shorten or break a drive chain, first unscrew the inner screw from the tool. Slide the spring onto the drive chain press pin and insert it into the main screw and reinstall the inner screw. Be sure to add a drop or two of oil on both the main and the inner screw threads to keep them properly lubricated. Grab the lever and the 14mm wrench and you're ready to break a drive chain. Be sure to tighten the main screw against the outer plate of your drive chain so the tool is locked in place as the center pin is turning, and using the inner screw to press out the center pin of the drive chain. To set up your chain press tool to shorten or break an endless cam chain, first unscrew the inner screw from the tool. Slide the spring onto the number 35 chain press pin and insert it back into the main screw and reinstall the inner screw after. Again, add a drop of oil to the threads to lubricate them. The number 35 chain press pin is the correct pin for these vintage Hondas, but you might end up using the smaller cam chain press pin if you do have a smaller cam chain. Once that's installed, install the guide cap as this provides support when using the smaller press pins of the tool, and press the lower guide into the bottom of the tool that has the through hole through it. Last, grab the lever and a 14mm wrench and you're ready to go. Just like the larger drive chain, tighten the main screw so that both the front and rear guides are locked against the outer plates of the cam chain. This provides stability while you turn the center screw and use the inner press pin to press out that center cam chain pin and break the cam chain. To set up your chain press tool to install a press style cam chain master link, first install the same outer guide cap onto the main screw, but this time we're not going to be installing a center pin in between the screws. Again, add a drop of oil to both the inner and outer threads to lubricate them. Press in the lower guide that does not have the through hole into the bottom jaw of the tool and grab the lever or 14mm wrench. This bottom guide acts as a stop to hold the center pin of the cam chain master link as the outer plate is pressed onto it. Line up the guide to support one of the two pins of the master link and turn the screw on the other side to use the other guide to slightly press the master link plate on. Once one side is started, switch to the other side and slightly press that side on. Continue switching back and forth until the outer plate is pressed into place. Remember to stop pressing the outer plate before it goes too far. If it's gone too far, it will bind up the cam chain so that it no longer moves freely. To set up your chain press tool to install a rivet style cam chain master link, first unscrew the inner portion of the screw from the tool, slide the spring onto the rivet pin, and insert it onto the main screw, and reinstall that inner screw after. Lubricate the threads with oil. Press in the lower guide that does not have a through hole in it into the bottom jaw of the tool and grab a 14mm wrench. The bottom guide acts as a stop to hold the center pin of the cam chain master link as you turn the rivet pin to distort the head of the center pin and lock on the outer plate of the master link. So why do you need a chain breaker chain press tool? Well, if you're installing a fresh cam chain, you will absolutely need one, but the chain breaker press tool is also one of those tools we find ourselves using over and over again once it's in our toolbox. Again, this is Caleb with Common Motor at common-motor.com. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, subscribe to our newsletter, and subscribe to this YouTube channel right below. Don't forget to ring that bell icon to receive notifications every time we upload a new video, and we will see you next time.